Hello, my name is Corey. I'm owner of Creative Habitats Landscaping. Wanted to talk to you about our design process. The initial meeting that we have with you is free. There is no charge at all for it. There will be some jobs that are very simple, jobs like you need some grass or maybe you need some drainage for some clearing work. And that requires very little of our time to create that estimate for you. But there's other jobs that it takes a considerable amount of time to do a site study, to do drawings and create an estimate. And in cases like that, we will communicate with you if there is a charge associated with that process. Let's take a look at that in a little bit more detail.
Here's an example of a house where they've asked us to enhance their curb appeal. This is the start photo that we did our design from. This is our first proposal to them as to what we can do for their landscape. When we do a proposal like this, in some cases, we'll also offer different perspectives of how that landscape will look. We will also offer different photos of materials that will go into the landscape. For example, on this walkway, I've provided my customer with a couple different options of what can be done for that walkway. Some of our designers like to work in an overhead perspective, and these are examples of designs that they've done for various customers. When we go back to the office after meeting with you, we are going to pull out our computers and mostly iPads, but we also use some Mac. Put our thought to the objectives that you've given us for your design, and then work on creating proposals for you. We also, in some cases, will use Pro Landscape, which is a digital landscape platform. A lot of times I will create for one of my customers a complete design presentation. And just as an example, each one of these presentations, they look like they're a couple minutes long. I will generally put anywhere from 4 to 6 hours into creating that 3 to 4 minute presentation. But it is important to us that we communicate with you what you're getting for your money. In the estimate process, this is the start point of an estimate. And as we create that estimate, we will detail every aspect of what your investment will return in the landscape product that we produce. Now, this is very important. We understand that everyone has a budget. So once you see the bottom line in an estimate, if we have overshot your budget, please communicate that to us. And here's why. Let's say on creating a bed, we wanted to do a lot of plants initially, but if we overshot this customer's budget, if they communicate that with us, simply all that we do is reduce the quantity. Other things that we can do is we can reduce the size of a plant. Or for example, on this one, this is a patented plant. We might just get them normal azaleas. And there are ways that we can work with you to work within your budget. But the number one thing is, just communicate that with us. There are other examples where we have really had to do a lot of detail in creating an estimate. Every one of these lines has required thought, it's required calculation, and that's why in producing a proposal for you, sometimes we have to charge for it. That is an explanation of why sometimes we do require an upfront cost for your design and estimate. Hopefully this makes a little bit more sense to you. Thank you so much for reaching out to Creative Habitats for your landscape needs.